Hey guys, how's it going? In this video I want to share with you guys the most powerful combo that exists in personal development in my opinion, and that combo consists of 3 elements that I believe will help you achieve success in the fastest and most effective way possible. And that combo consists of motivation, willpower, and discipline. Alright, so once you have those 3 in place, I believe you're gonna kill it. You're gonna make a killing out of anything that you decide to pursue in life, whether that's success, whether that's whatever it is that you're going after. At the end of the day, I am pretty sure you will achieve it if you're able to implement these 3 in the right order and in the right amount. So let's go ahead and get into it. By the way, shout out to Powerful You. I got their hat on. I was there at that event a couple of years back, and it was an amazing event, and hopefully we have an event like that again, hopefully next year. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the combos. So the first element that I spoke about was motivation. So what is motivation? So pretty much motivation is the emotion, really. It's you feeling pumped, it's you feeling ready, it's you feeling, it's just a feeling. Motivation, that's ultimately what it is. It's the feeling, it's the inspiration, it's the rush, the excitement, the high energy that you feel once you decide to pick something. You pick a goal, you pick a purpose, you pick something to go after, and that's really the motivation. That's really what motivation consists of, right? So you got to get that motivation down, and that's really where your purpose and really your vision, and that's really where you see it. That's where you see it happen, and that's how you construct your motivation. And usually when you're trying to construct your motivation, if you want it to be effective, you want it to be very personal. So you want to feel it in your heart every time you think of that vision, that purpose. You want your heart to start racing, to start beating really fast, because that really means that it's very personal to you, and it's getting you very excited, and that's something that you want to you want to feel very high energy, and that's really how you construct very effective motivation. Now the next thing you need is discipline. So discipline is for those times when motivation just isn't present. So like I said, motivation is an emotion, and just like any other emotion, eventually it just goes away on its own. And so you have to prepare for when that happens, because as exciting as your vision may look, as compelling as you just feel very excited, very high energy for that vision, there will be days where you just don't want to put in the work in order to achieve that, because in case you didn't know, you're gonna have to put in the work in order for you to get to that vision, get that result. And if the day comes when you're not really feeling very excited to do it, and that motivation is gone, well, what's going to tend to happen? You're just not going to want to put in the work. You're going to tell yourself, hey, you know what? I'm just going to wait until the motivation comes by again, and I feel excited and high energy, and that's when I'm actually going to go out there and actually put in the hours that I need to put in, right? No, this is a very wrong approach here. That's why you need to implement discipline. So discipline is really telling yourself, like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do this, and scheduling everything that you're supposed to do throughout the upcoming days, the upcoming years, months, in order for you to achieve whatever it is that you have to achieve. So make sure you're very clear about that. Like every single day, I have to do this particular thing, and then by the end of the week I should have this done, and by the end of the month I should have this done, and by the end of the year this is what should be done in order to get closer to that vision. And when you schedule this, make sure you schedule it very logically, schedule it in a way where it makes sense. It's very calibrated, and it's something that's obtainable as well. Don't put yourself goals and things that seem like out of reach, because if they are out of reach and you're not hitting any of your goals, it's going to have the opposite effect, and it's going to put you in a very downward spiral, to the degree that now you won't feel motivated, but you're going to start to feel resentment for the journey, because you're not going to be achieving or hitting any of your goals. So make sure that your goals and everything that you schedule is actually attainable. Now there are things in the middle there that you're going to want to put in order for you to have that big boost, that big bump and everything, right? And so after you've achieved your discipline, you have your motivation in place, the next thing we gotta focus on is willpower. So willpower, that's really the massive feeling, after your motivation has been there, to help you out and assist you, in giving you that vision, and you've had the discipline to actually hit your goals and put in the hard work that you need to, eventually, after doing some hard work and actually achieving those goals, like I said, make them attainable. Once you start hitting those goals one by one, you'll start to feel a little bit good, and then once you start to feel good, you're going to start to gain momentum, and that momentum is going to get you to, it's going to start propelling you, and you're going to feel super excited, because now it's not just motivation, but actually something's happening. There's tangible results that you can actually prove, to yourself that you're actually doing something about this, and that you're getting closer to your vision. So now when you combine these two, you actually that feeling that starts building up when you start hitting those goals, that's what we call willpower. And so once you build up that willpower, that's when you can actually explode. Like once you have a very substantial amount of willpower, you can actually go and do something that's extremely challenging throughout your journey, assuming that you do actually hit it. Now, if you don't hit it, that's okay, because here's the thing, like willpower challenges are really meant to just be that, challenges. They're not part of the schedule. That's why I've been saying, like you gotta have that schedule, because these are attainable things. Like as long as you do them in order, and as long as everything's getting done the day that it has to get done, eventually, hitting those goals should feel pretty natural. The challenges in there should be pretty, you should be up to the level. But then you have those like really crazy challenges where it feels like you may not feel completely ready, but you feel pretty confident about it, and so you go and you actually give it a shot, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's irrelevant because it's not part of the schedule. It's just really you just challenging yourself once in a while because you feel confident, you feel like you can do more, and that's really where the willpower comes in. So you got to use these three in order to advance yourself in a journey of success or whatever it is that you're pursuing. So once again, let's reiterate, what are the three elements that you need? You need motivation, you need discipline, and you need willpower. Implement these three properly, and I can assure you that you will get to your goals and do so much more. As far as your journey goes, you'll be able to do so much more than you currently are right now if you put these three in place and you use them accordingly. Believe me, this is what I use on a daily basis. Most successful people have actually applied this into their own journeys, and it's worked out really nicely for them. And yeah, give this some thought. Replay this video if you need to in order to understand each of them. But just very briefly, remember, motivation is that vision, that excitement, that emotion that you feel for what you want to achieve. Discipline is really you scheduling and making it real, writing everything down, having your goals and attainable goals that you can actually hit, depending on your skill level and how good you are at the moment and how good you're going to be in a couple of months. Make sure that you anticipate that, and make sure you place the right challenges. And of course, once you start hitting those goals, eventually you'll start to build up some willpower, a very substantial amount of energy. You'll start to gain that momentum, and that momentum really has to go somewhere, and that's really where you use your willpower in order to set yourself a big challenge that can really push you and propel you into, it could give you a substantial boost. Now, when that happens, of course, you want to change up your schedule, because now you're at a whole new level there. And so you make sure you always want to stay, you always want to set your goals congruent to your level. Never place goals that are too difficult, that may seem very, very difficult to achieve right now because of your skill level. And never put goals that are too easy either, because then you'll just get bored, and you'll just get bored, and you're just going to slow down your journey in order for you to get to where you want to. And that's it. That's the most powerful combo that I believe to exist in personal development. I hope you were able to learn a lot from it. This has been Almighty Lewis, and I am signing off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure that if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching this on Instagram, make sure you give us a follow, and make sure you visit our YouTube channel, Develop Your Mindset Podcast. We got some amazing content over there, and you can watch our entire podcast episodes. We have a new one every single Saturday, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. So yeah. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you took a lot of value from it, and you start to implement this powerful combo into your journeys, and you get to them a whole lot more faster. So in the meantime, I am signing off.